Find situations in life that are best for silence. We all face situations in life where silence is truly golden. The trick is to figure out when to zip it and let silence do its magic. In this video, we have installments to share 9 positions with you where it is best to stay quiet. It's about knowing the time to refrain, not out of fear, but out of wisdom and respect for the power of silence. Let's dive together and explore these moments. Number 1. When you are angry. It cannot be denied that emotions grow in hot situations. You know how you feel. Your heart beats fast, your face gets hot, and all you want to do is get out. But that's exactly the moment when it's best to keep your lips closed. The thing is, anger can make us want to say things we don't intend to, things we might regret later. It can cloud our judgment, which often causes more harm than profit. Number 2. When you are not sure. It is often wise to remain silent when you are deficient or don't know where to go. Sufficient knowledge of a topic of talking with incomplete or inaccurate information can disseminate false information, making you look ignorant. Staying quiet allows you to keep listening and learn before commenting. Such cases can be referred to as intellectual discussions about a topic you are unfamiliar with, questions you do not know the answers to. If your knowledge is lacking, the best thing to do is stay quiet, listen and learn, then, if necessary, start your dialogue later thoughtfully. Number 3. When listening is necessary. There is a reason why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listening is twice as important as talking. Consider this. A study by Wright University found that we can think with 600 words per minute, but only speak with 125 or 150 words per minute. That means we have a huge capacity to process what is said, understand it, and then respond thoughtfully. When you're in conversation, try to listen more than you talk. When you calm your voice and simply pay attention to others, you will be amazed at how much more you can learn. Number 4. When someone is upset. When someone comes to us for the pain of heart and complaining about difficulties of their life, the first thing that comes to mind is giving them advice and solutions. But you have to remember that people sometimes just need to advocate themselves. Just so, listen to them. Don't interrupt, don't give advice or try to solve the problem. Just keep quiet and be listening. This will be very effective because the person in front of you needs to understand it, not solve its problem. Number 5. We're abstinence about others. It happens to all of us. We're in a group that suddenly begins to absent from others. Perhaps we find ourselves under pressure to accompany them and unwittingly engaged in abstinence. But the truth is, by doing so, you're engaged in a fruitless conversation that doesn't help anyone and is far from being kind. So once again, you are in that situation. It is enough to keep quiet. Stop participating in that discussion. Don't laugh at their murky jokes at the cost of someone else questioning, and don't foil the position. By doing so, they will definitely get your message. Maybe they don't necessarily give up abstinence, but they don't involve you in it anymore. Your voice of silence will be louder than any protest words. Number 6. Here's a big fight. Arguments are part of life. Whether it's with your partner or with your family or friends. Disagreements always arise, And it's important to remember that in these inflamed moments, silence can become your secret weapon. You may think that you need to understand the person in front of you. There is no doubt about its importance. But here's one thing: when emotions rise, people rarely listen to what you're trying to say. They are heavily involved in planning their next counterattack or defending their point of view. Number 7. If you speak, just say something. The first rule of speaking is not to talk just to say something. If your words aren't related to the current situation, you can keep from another time. You may have encountered such behavior at school or at work. For example, when a work session is almost complete, one person asks an unrelated question of flattery or extreme excitement. Everyone hates people like that. Don't be that kind of hand. Number 8. If anyone is trying to bully you. If you're not a bully, don't try to talk to people like that. The circus use the daft things you load to their advantage, and the more you say, you will be bullied. But they can't keep quiet. You can use your silence to advantage. And so with your sobriety, render their efforts in Kolkasav. And here is you want to teach them the right behavior by talking, but it's useless. Think about your own mental health and avoid dealing with bullies. Number 9. If you want to correct others people's mistakes. Even if you just want to help, you should no longer correct someone's mistake, especially if you don't know them very well. If you let the mistakes stay as they are, it is better than to look like people who consider themselves the wisdom of the whole. But in the end, we have to say, if you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. Losing a round can be a privilege to your advantage, but is this really what you are looking for? Always consider the future of your relationships with your acquaintances and take a deep breath instead of talking.